the brand new update is officially here, and in today's video, we're going to be testing out the brand new cookie and bringing you guys my first impressions. The brand new Epic Cookie is Kouign-Amann, and they're officially a defensive unit in place in the front line. We got them at a max level 75 and a 4-star promotion. And unfortunately, even after spending 165,000 crystals and roughly $50 US in the game, I did not achieve Kouign-Amann 5-star promotion. Now, taking a look at her skill, the Paladin's Way. It is a 12-second cooldown by default. After utilizing the skill, Kouign-Amann channels the power of the light, enhancing her regular attacks. They deal light type damage and extra damage whenever she gains an attack speed buff. Kouign-Amann Cookie will also increase attack speed for 2 cookies with the highest attack speed and make all of her allies resistant to attack speed debuffs, and increase the light type damage dealt by other cookies. When the skill's duration does reach its end, Kouign-Amann Cookie will gather the power of the light and perform a powerful attack, particularly ignoring the target's damage resistance with a swing of her sword. Having no fear of defeat, Kouign-Amann will increase her damage resistance and regular attack speed whenever she gains a debuff. And while Kouign-Amann Cookie is utilizing her skill, she will briefly become resistant to interrupting effects. So her skill reminds me a lot of like the Robe Treasure buff, where she essentially buffs the attack speed of the 2 cookies with already the highest attack speed. However, she is a frontline defensive unit, so she is a frontline tank, so she not only will buff herself, but she also buffs her damage resistance and also will mitigate the damage resistance of the enemies when utilizing her sword ability. So again, very interesting mechanic. As for the modifiers, the stronger regular attacks is going to be based on 342% of her attack. The extra damage per attack speed buff that she receives, this does have the ability to stack, will give her an extra 22.5% of extra damage. Additionally, she's got an attack speed buff of 25% for 8 seconds. It can only stack up to 1 time. And then if she receives an attack speed debuff, her resistance will increase by 50% for 12 seconds. Again, only being able to stack up to 1 time. The light attack damage is going to be 20% for 10 seconds, can only stack up to 1 time. And then the light strike damage is going to be 707.9%, and it will ignore 17.5% of the target's damage resistance. Her regular attack speed will be 4% for 8 seconds. It can stack up to 10 times. That's pretty crazy. So an additional basically 40% of attack speed. And then the Paladin's Way, the damage resistance increase will be 12.5% for 15 seconds and can stack up to 2 times. Okay, so after checking out the modifiers, she definitely seems promising, especially with that mitigation of damage resistance on the enemy team. I'm really excited to test this out in the Kingdom Arena and just see how good that she absolutely is. We could potentially see an arena meta shift. Now, diving into some toppings, I think the best choice for Kouign-Amann is probably going to be a full solid almond set, strictly because she's a frontline defensive tank. And at the top tiers of arena, you absolutely are going to need as much damage resistance as you possibly can to just simply stay alive. For this set, I'm going to be running full solid almonds, stacking up as much damage resistance as I possibly can. However, her skill does have a 12-second cooldown, so I'm going to probably try to aim for around that 6% for the overall CD. However, I would definitely sacrifice cooldown to get more damage resistance if you have to. Alrighty, so then diving into some gameplay, I'm just going to throw her here on Dark Mode 1230 all by herself. Again, we're going to be utilizing the same solid almond set, just to hopefully keep her alive. We do have 6% for the overall cooldown, but ideally here, I just want to check out and see how much damage she can provide and if she can sustain her health long enough to survive the battle. Alrighty, officially diving in here. A couple of things, like I said, we're just checking out. Keep in mind, she is a frontline defensive unit, right? So naturally, I don't think that we're really looking for her to do a megaton of damage, all right? So 93,000, ooh, 140,000 even as a frontline defensive unit. Not bad. Not bad. I will say, dude, she is stacking up to 11 stacks of the attack speed buff. So that is huge. Not only that, the light type damage is also getting a buff. So I would really imagine pairing her with other light cookies, somebody like Madeline Cookie, Financier, heck, even somebody maybe like Clotted Cream might also be a good, you know, team to run her on, especially if you are looking to run things like, you know, PVE, might not be a bad way to go. Damage down that she's getting applied, the stun, we get the Jelly Watch, the Whistle buff. Yeah, man, that 11 stacks of attack speed is going to be really, really nice for like an attack speed comp in arena as well, potentially. All right, so first health bar is officially done. So on to the second one. So again, not the fastest, but again, she's a frontline defensive unit, so we don't really expect her to do a whole lot of damage. But I will say, even as a frontline defensive unit, she's having no problem maintaining her health, which is what you would expect from a tank, and also doing the damage. Look at this. 219,000, dude. Ooh, 146? I mean, you can't go wrong. 229,000, that's pretty gnarly as well for an attack. Again, this is a defensive unit, not even a DPS unit. Bro, she's about to kill this dragon on dark mode 1230 all by herself. I'm actually really impressed. I did not expect her to do this. Okay, all by herself. Ooh. Hey, she might still be a good option, definitely for PvE as well. Okay, I stand corrected. I definitely didn't expect her to do that well on 1230 dark mode by herself, especially as a defensive tank unit. I was really expecting the DPS to lack, but I was proven wrong, and she might still actually be able to be used in PvE, not just PvP. Alrighty, speaking of PvP, let's dive right into the Kingdom Arena and test her out. We've got Kouign-Amann and Hollyberry Cookie in the front. We've got Madeline Cookie and Moonlight in the center with Pure Vanilla Cookie in the back. We've got the Old Pilgrim Scroll, the Jelly Watch, and the Robe Treasure this time. And again, we're going to be running Kouign-Amann on that full solid almond set just to aid in their survivability based on stacking up damage resistance. And now the reason why we're utilizing Madeline is because they did just receive a magic candy and a buff. So because of that, I think they pair really, really well with the brand new Kouign-Amann cookie, and also they are both light cookies, so Madeline can take advantage of that light damage buff that Kouign-Amann does provide. Alrighty, officially diving in, this is a friendly battle up against PK Form. Again, a very strong team that I currently have right now on my friends list. The guy is an absolute beast, and they are utilizing a very popular comp we're seeing right now in the current meta. We've got Frontline and Hollyberry Cookie in the front, Stardust and Moonlight in the center with BTS or Pure Vanilla Cookie in the back. So again, a very tough team. I'm curious to see if this team can beat it. Maybe we can. We lost Moonlight, but with Maddie and Kouign-Amann and Hollyberry left, that is a lot of frontline tankiness. Oh, we got the win too, chat. Let's go. Okay, dude, look at this damage. Oh, I forgot that they redid the screen. Oh, it's going to be tough. Damage. Oh, look at this. 3.3 million, dude. 4 million for Maddie here. That is wicked. Okay, let me take a look at the overall damage here. Oh, look at this, 5.8 million, dude, and 4.7 million for Kouign-Amann, dude. Ooh, very nice. Alrighty, so based on my testing in this morning's live stream via the PvE and PvP, she definitely seems to be more focused towards PvP. That's not to say you can't use her in things like the World Exploration, though. I definitely think alongside another really good tank like Hollyberry Cookie right now, Wildberry Cookie, Brute Cookie, and probably even Madeline now taking advantage of that light buff that she does provide, I think she can absolutely be used. But I think her skill is really more catered to PvP, at least currently. I definitely think as well, not only from my testing, but from other top tier players testing, I think she's going to be in a new meta team that we will see this Kingdom Arena. However, with that being said, keep in mind she is more of a Kingdom Arena driven cookie, so should free-to-play players jump into the game and spend all of their crystals to summon her to then you try to use her in PvE or Guild Boss or other things like that, I definitely don't think that she is meant for those avenues, and I think there are a lot better choices for that type of content. However, though, if you are looking for a good arena team this season to use or whatever the new meta will be, I definitely think we'll see several teams flourish with her being on them. With that being said, though, guys, that's going to wrap up my first impressions. Obviously, as we find out more information, I'll do follow-up videos going more in depth on each individual team, whether that's for Arena or PVE, or maybe even Guild Boss or something else that she could potentially be good at. But at the time of this recording, this is just my first impressions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Cookie Run Kingdom related. With that being said, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you all on the next one.